Hey everyone! Today we are diving into a topic that a lot of us can relate to, but might not always feel comfortable talking about. How to overcome the shame of not knowing how to manage money. If you're feeling that, trust me, you're not alone. Many of us, especially in minority communities, weren't taught the financial skills we need, and that can leave us feeling stuck or ashamed. But here's the thing. Learning to manage your money is just like learning any other skill. Children don't feel bad about not knowing how to drive a car. It's just a skill they have not learned yet. So why feel bad about not knowing how to budget, save, or invest if no one ever gave you the tools? Today, we're going to break it down step by step. We're going to look at how you can start building financial literacy, get past that shame, and even empower others along the way. Let's get into it. Step 1. Acknowledge the shame, then release it. First off, let's talk about the shame. Feeling embarrassed or guilty about not having financial skills? Totally normal. Society puts a lot of pressure on us to know how to manage money, but no one is born knowing this stuff. Acknowledge that feeling and then let it go. You're here to learn and grow, and that's what matters. Even some of the most successful people in the world have struggled with money at one point or another. The key is to stop blaming yourself and start focusing on what you can do right now. This is all about progress, not perfection. Step 2. Start with the basics. So, where do you actually start? Simple. Begin with the basics. Budgeting. Start tracking your income and expenses. You can use apps like Mint or YNAB, or if you're old school, just use a notebook and write it down. It's important to know exactly how much money is coming in and where it's going. Many people cringe when they hear the word budgeting because they feel like they will have less money to spend. However, budgeting correctly will have the opposite effect. You will see more money in your pocket because you know where it's going. Saving. When it comes to saving, don't think you have to start big. Even putting aside a small percentage of your income can make a difference. You can start with just 5% or even less and work your way up over time. Your first goal? An emergency fund. Aim for 3 to 6 months of living expenses. It's like a financial safety net. Debt management. There's good debt, like student loans or a mortgage, and then there's bad debt, like high-interest credit card debt. Start by tackling your bad debt first. Focus on paying off the high-interest stuff while managing other debts responsibly. List all debts, including balances, interest rates, and due dates. Knowing your total debt amount and each loan's specifics helps you plan. Reach out to creditors to negotiate lower interest rates, reduced balances, or better repayment terms. Many are willing to work with you if you communicate openly. Step 3. Educate yourself gradually. No one becomes a money expert overnight, so take it slow. There are so many free resources out there that can help you. Pick up books that are easy to understand. A couple of great ones to start with are Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, or The Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey. These books break down complicated concepts in ways that are easy to understand. You don't even need to read if that's not your style. There are tons of free podcasts and YouTube channels that talk about financial literacy. Shows like The Dave Ramsey Show or the Smart Passive Income podcast will help you get a good grasp of the basics. If you prefer something more structured, there are plenty of online courses on sites like Coursera, Udemy, or Khan Academy. Many of these are free or low cost, and you can learn at your own pace. Step 4. Use culturally relevant resources. For those of us in minority or low-income communities, it's important to find resources that understand our specific experiences. Not every financial challenge is the same, and having a resource that speaks to your journey can make a huge difference. There is a category of podcasts and books about financial literacy designed specifically for minority communities. Check out podcasts like Brown Ambition and Black Married and Debt-Free that focus on financial empowerment and giving back to communities. Or look into books like The Wealth Choice, Success Secrets of Black Millionaires by Dr. Dennis Kimbro, or Our Money Matters, A Practical Guide to Financial Literacy for African Americans by Ash Cash, or Latino Financial Freedom, How to Create Wealth Through Real Estate, Business, and Investments by Oscar Garcia. Also, look around in your local area. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, CFPB website breaks down financial resources by state. You can also find information on credit counseling, debt relief programs, and legal aid. National Foundation for Credit Counseling, NFCC. The NFCC offers credit counseling, debt management services, and financial education. Their website provides a tool to find local financial counseling services by state. Many state-based credit unions and community banks offer free financial literacy programs, low-cost loans, and financial counseling services. These can provide personalized guidance and make the learning process feel less intimidating. Step 5. Learn through practice. Once you have a basic understanding, start putting it into action. This doesn't mean you have to jump into the stock market or take on big financial commitments right away. Start small, open a savings account, and start building that emergency fund we talked about. Or if you feel ready, dip your toes into investing. You can try apps like Robinhood, Acorns, or Cash App Investing, which make it easy to start small with just a few dollars. The important thing is to build the habit of saving and investing. Track your progress monthly. There are many popular apps that make tracking your finances simple. Apps like YNAB, Good Budget, Pocket Guard, and Every Dollar can make tracking your finances easy. How much have you saved? What categories are you spending most of your money? How much debt have you paid off? This will give you a sense of control and help you stay motivated. Step 6. Seek mentorship or support. You don't have to go through this journey alone. If you can, reach out to a financial advisor or even just a friend who's good with money. Many financial institutions offer free consultations or classes. Having someone who can guide you and answer your questions makes a huge difference. If a financial advisor isn't accessible, look into community programs or online groups where people share financial tips and encourage each other. There's a lot of strength in learning together. Step 7. Shift the narrative for future generations. Once you start getting the hang of things, don't keep it all to yourself. Share what you've learned with your family and friends. This is especially important in minority communities where financial knowledge isn't always passed down. By sharing what you've learned, you're not only helping yourself, but you're also empowering others. Imagine how powerful it would be if more families had these financial skills. Take children to the bank to open a savings account. This is a great way to teach them how banks work and to show them how their money can grow with interest. As they grow older, show them how to budget using a simple spreadsheet or budgeting app to track their income and expenses. Children learn by example. Show them how you budget, save, and spend wisely. It's not just about personal wealth, it's about creating a legacy of financial stability for future generations. Remember, financial literacy isn't something you either have or you don't. It's a journey, and every step you take gets you closer to where you want to be. You've got this. Be kind to yourself, keep learning, and pass that knowledge on. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and make sure to subscribe for more tips on taking control of your finances.